The question is, can an individual still make the most out of teenage pregnancy? So I think yes, you can make the most. In fact, teenage pregnancy is definitely not the end of the world. You can do so much after childbirth. I mean, I know in Ghana we have this parenting, or our culture does not support it, and most of the time when the teenagers get pregnant, we kind of like cast them out and we see them as bad people. It's not always the case. It's not their fault. Some of them say it's an accident. We just have to take it like that. An accident happened. But then the person is going to have a child, a human being. So let's support. And there's so much the child could do after that. You can go back to school. There's always room for you to go back to school. There are handiworks you can learn. There's so much you can do. Let's not discourage our teenagers. And rolling it to my colleagues.
Think that if someone can make the best out of teenage pregnancy, as in the girl, first of all, it depends on she herself, like how she's able to. Okay, because if you find yourself in that state or situation, right, your immediate environment first, then the society outside that. If your immediate environment is not that supportive, you understand?
Which is the family.
Yeah, like your parents, maybe your brothers, your siblings, the people that are like really closest to you. If they are not so supportive, that might break you down. You understand? Then, even if they are that supportive, then you step out. Now you have to face the immediate society as well. You understand? If they too, Charlie, they come on at you so hard, it might be difficult. But everything said, I think that the thing has already happened. You can't take it away. If anything, you bash the child small, you talk to her, as in to deter her from doing it again. But it has already happened. The more you like beat her down or whatever, Charlie, you just disturb in mind. Because it won't finish. What you go do? There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to empower her to let her know that, oh, you have this and this possible for you. You understand that you can do. Yeah, you can still go to school as a mother. It will be difficult, but you've put yourself there, so you have to make the compromises, the necessary compromises here and there. And then, depending on the environments that you find yourself, then you know how best you can cope.
Okay. How best you can cope with the childbirth?
Life after, or during the pregnancy and after the pregnancy when you've had the child.
So you are saying that there should be support around any girl who gets pregnant at the teenage stage, right?
Yeah. Given the fact that she has already gotten pregnant, unless of course you want her to go and maybe abort the child. Me personally, I don't think I can get myself to tell somebody to go and do something like that.
Yeah, we have
because sometimes it comes with complications. You don't understand. Maybe your first abortion where you go do, you lose your womb. You don't understand. The child come already. It be a human being, like Charlie.
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
The support.
So what if the child, like the way they talk, what if the child will come? Go bring complications to the kiddie, because teenage be kiddie. Teenage be kiddie.
Also possible. But it's also possible that you go feel born where nothing will happen.
Yeah.
So are you saying that, just like the question is saying, the teenager won't be able to make anything out of life after the pregnancy, or what?
It's dependent
you are saying that the teenager can actually do something.
It's dependent on where he or she is coming from. If you're coming from a very rich home, those people they understand. As much as it's a human being, there are resources to cater for that human being. Imagine you being from a poor home.
Then it becomes difficult.
It becomes very difficult.
Come in here. It's not every rich home that accepts teenage pregnancy.
Yes, but
some will actually just disown you.
But I'm saying that
exactly. Even still,
I'm saying that if there's no means, at least they can take care of you and the kid. Who? As much as that's from the rich home. As much as they don't want it or they don't like it, It's their kid.
But there are some parents or some families that actually disown you if you are a teenager and then you are pregnant. So for those people, would you say that life has
Disown. That's why they are family members. You disown, they'll come and beg.
I don't think you're getting my point.
Like there's,
I'm talking of the whole family, from head.
it can be like
down.
that.
It actually can be like
They will
that.
disown you.
Yes,
The whole
And
family.
this is a family of educated people.
Yes, because to them,
So they
you have
expect
brought
that-
shame to the
But
family,
they expect that all their kids.
and it's real. It's happening.
Yeah, but it's
Yes,
not right.
it is.
It's not right.
It is happening.
But it's not right.
But the thing is,
But to you, it's not right. To them, they are doing the right
But
thing.
what you should understand is that no teenager should be ready for pregnancy. That's why she's asking the question, is it going to make or break her? Once you're a teenager, it's not expected of you to get pregnant. So once you get pregnant, now the question is, since you are very, very immature or you are very young, how are you going to go about it?
I think
What
that's
if
what
it's not
the
Because
Bible says.
there's little or less education, even if the baby is crying. You don't know whether the baby is crying because it's hungry or it's sleep.
from the
You understand?
family.
What I'm saying? So that's why I said it's
Let me come
dependent on
in
where
here.
the person is coming
Let
from.
me come in here. No mother knows how to handle a baby till actually the baby has come.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So if you're a teenager,
even
your
if she
baby is
doesn't
crying,
know,
yeah.
eventually she will learn.
But from the get-go, she's a kid. She's a teenager.
There's a difference between a kid.
Okay, I think you're
See, no.
The question is, can a teenager make
Something.
the most of that situation?
And that's why it's dependent on where he or she is coming from.
See, you can't.
I think you should let us know first. Is it a yes? This is a yes or no question. Then you explain why.
It's not yes or no. It's still dependent on.
Can
Yeah,
the
the
teenager
teenager
do
make the most
something?
out of
It
For
can,
me, yes.
it
out of
can,
that situation.
or it can't.
But-
For me, it can. And then,
the
first of
teenager
all,
can or
no
cannot.
kid is. That's what I'm saying. No kid is ready to give birth. You understand? No kid is ready to give birth. But if you have a suppose, some parents do understand that. Oh, mistakes do happen. If your dad or your mom grew up in a society where he or she noticed that at 4 BP you can give birth to 10 children, but 7 can be proper, 3. So she should just take you like that, and then she will expect you to learn from it. But imagine that you are from a poor home, your father is struggling to take care of you, and then you go and bring a kid. You
I think that is when you need to strive to do something after the
You're a
pregnancy.
kid.
When you say kid,
So are you saying
teenagers
that
are from the
teenagers
age of
are choco?
13 to
13.
19.
How do you expect
kids.
how,
13 to
even
19.
how even 13 to 19? Even if you are 19, there are some people that they are 19. If you are going to look for a job, they'll tell you, we need Sakola, go home.
It depends on the kind of job you go and look for.
How many 13-year or 14 to let's say 13 to 18-year-old old people can go and then seek for a job?
There are people selling pure on the street.
That's not a job.
Is that a way? That is not a means of income to feed a kid. A child is a whole different.
You will be surprised what people are doing.
I'll be surprised what people are
The
doing
thing
with
is,
selling pure water.
We all agree
And
that
taking
take
care
off,
of
yes.
that you're not
You will
supposed
be
to indulge
surprised.
in
Yeah.
premarital sex.
You would be
But this is
very
the case
surprised.
where
It
it
has
has happened.
Yes.
It has happened, and the girl is standing here right now, and she needs your advice.
let me
Should I
address
just commit suicide because
Let me address it the way I'm going to address it. Should in case that happen to my kid, if I have money, make sure me needs to count to stress me. Yeah, because listen. Let me talk. Because the thing is, do you know sometimes when there's no money, have you ever experienced that you don't scan you on, and then you go and tell dad that immediately one day you left here every day you had but the thing to be said, the person had the income. You understand? But because you don't get money, if the person come, you every day you sick, go come up. But imagine say you get money, the kid himself not for come. He himself he know the hospital for go. Or that you understand? So the thing is say if you get money, some of the things where if I stress you, no will stress you. Because resources they will go tackle them. Where if I not get money, if I not get money, I don't make happy. Then you go take kiddie camp put there. Me, I know if you watch it, then you go carry kiddie camp put there. You go stress me.
I didn't see I'm saying.
But the teenage pregnancy will be talking. It be like we jail the boys for inside. We are only we are only focusing on. Yeah.
You see, you talk saying if you have money, you go spy on.
If you know get money, you not gonna make she stress you.
Like,
they won't make you explain that one.
If you
What do
not
you
stress
mean
me,
by you not gonna make
you stress you? If my kid be girl, it be boy program. Where the boy and family day? Yeah, my kid. Yeah, you understand?
Bring them into
yeah,
the picture. Bring them down spider kid.
He said he's a schoolboy, but he has sperms. You should put your sperms to good use. You see that you are pouring them away into a plastic or rubber thing, or you are pouring it into somebody.
No, it has already happened.
Take your
And
time.
it's not-
Those two things have different responsibilities. In the plastic or in the rubber, you throw it away. In the human being, you don't throw it. You go back for what you put into the girl. You understand? Don't tell me so. Schoolboy.
What you put-
Schoolboy now sits me out there.
But it has already happened. It's not working.
School fees near the best
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Simple.
That's all. You see me all there. You said that. Make a
And now, Ben, I won't want to.
Okay, but
who are you? You are a human being.
Man, on Nibusia.
He doesn't have a family. Or what?
You don't know the guy.
She won't tell me.
She won't tell you.
She will die. No, you will die with a child.
Hey, man.
I will kill you.
No point here.
No, you go
tell me.
like.
Hey, why?
Check. You confess.
Why are you talking?
Let me say you go confess. The thing come out. Who do am?
Every boy who would accept so
You
take
won't
up
You no go accept.
responsibility for the
What are you
pregnancy.
talking about?
Me, if you see me, you go fear. I come your house, say, are you pregnant, kid? I come your house, you like
do it.
13, 14 years,
Where
what?
you go with
13,
them?
13, 14, we go watch my face time and say, you know, we
But then usually it's not
they play,
it's not
they
their
play.
age mates who impregnate them to
go beat
you
them in
see,
front of you.
the girl could be in
Ah.
JHS and then you realize it's someone who is in the university who impregnated her
Or
and
the
then
teacher.
or
If
you
you
see
be teacher,
that is
everybody
mostly
get
the
kid,
case.
get mommy. If you be teacher, you get mommy. You get say, what did they try to talk?
Them who put me here. You see that?
And come back, you know, that be true. You go put fear for my kid inside past the room.
Don't you think it's better if the child comes and the girl is not a single parent and we know who the guy is? Therefore, since the both of you went into the copulation process, the raising of the child, the two of you have to come together and do it.
See, even if the case where you grow self there, then no matter self they for talk about that. You grow, you chop my kid, you go gym. It be simple. It no be matter plenty self. If you then be age mates, fine. We go talk about. We go. But you grow, you are telling me you are a teacher. You can't teenager. Then you say make the teenager no can't tell me. Can't tell me say no be you. We will see.
I think it's not easy. I think anyone.
Then break your kidney.
Maybe he's talking out of experience.
Break your kidney before.
Anyone who is faced with such a challenge at a very teenage age is not the end of the world. You can still make it. All you need is 9 months to push it out,
And that 9
and
months.
3 years
What?
to have time to work.
That 9 months, your kid go feed die.
How will the child die if it's not
see?
complications?
Someone, yeah. Someone.
Don't overlook the complications.
But the truth is, we have teenagers who are having babies.
And it's like you are saying that because you can have a good
Babies.
life after that,
it's
it is
okay.
not an issue.
No, it is an issue. I'm saying it's an issue. But then complications, not necessarily. Because the thing is, with women, immediately you get pregnant, there are changes in your body. Like, for example, your vagina becomes.
I don't know.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying a woman.
Talking about
Your when you were pointing to me about the whole pregnancy thing.
vagina.
Okay, your vagina becomes open, even to the point of when you're about to give birth. Your hymen increases, so there's a way for you to like be able to push the baby out. And so it isn't that there are always complications.
But these complications don't only arise from pushing the baby out.
But what complications?
process-
Are you talking of the process of having a baby, or the complications of you having a child?
9 months.
Can't take-
See, imagine.
You die in the womb and all that.
See,
No.
imagine.
I think we are looking at the negative side more than the positive
It's
side.
negative because it's teenage pregnancy, so it'll be negative.
If it's teenage pregnancy, does not mean that the baby cannot come out,
Yeah, man.
or the baby will not be born
Yeah, man.
until there's complications. complications. Until, and even with us grown women, how many times do we really face complications?
But sometimes
It's rare.
Sometimes
Very,
maybe
very
about
rare.
the, the last part where the kid they go born no. Sometimes the process self, what you go chop. Imagine say the man no get money. If you don't feed at a point, you're not feeding only yourself. You are feeding two people.
From
So
what I know,
whatever I
from
get,
what I
one thing
know,
about life is
you don't
what you
always
eat.
have to eat. Like then mad people who get pregnant, what would you say? They give birth to what?
Mad people might tell you so.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That you can't say that someone's childbirth or the health of the childbirth would depend on what they really eat. Because there are some people who are starving. Like they are starving, but they get pregnant. Those people that have babies, what would you say?
They hungry, you won't born. How you get your kid go
You
chop?
have no idea.
No,
See,
even you pay. Listen, you pay.
Look at what they sleep in.
Yeah,
They
man.
still
But
have
you
kids.
pay. You know the fee.
But you see,
That's why more kiddies they come. That's why the rate where teenage pregnancy still the increase. Cause you the hung, you don't get what to go chop. Then go sign go preg. Then go preg. Then the kiddie will go come.
Then mates with men.
Where the kiddie two go come.
They
The
make
kiddie.
to the men for money
if you
to
meet,
get food.
no, if you
And
meet,
so
Then in the process,
how
they
much?
get
How much will the man give you?
for her, five
Listen,
five
CD.
cedis,
Five
the
CD.
money.
Yeah, 5 CD. But the man go feed back on 2 CD for inside.
That's the man.
man.
But for her, she has gotten something to eat with.
So if you make the man, so 5 CD, so you go make,
See.
so make the man buy the 2 CD before you take your 5 CD.
Don't think that the
Yeah, man.
literate teenage pregnancy is the same as the illiterate teenage pregnancy. See, an illiterate in a slum can sleep with a man for 2 CDs. Just 2 CDs. And for her, that's okay. That's enough.
So
you know about the
you
share
share
free condoms.
They share free condoms.
Do you know that?
Look at that. But
They share-
they still have babies
That is
on
what the point I'm trying to put out is, if you know, like you are young, you're a teenager, and maybe sex is sort of a channel where you can make something, which shouldn't be the case, right? I say, when you go to the workshop of a welder, when they're using the fire to, let's say, melt stuff, they put protective things on their faces because they know that if that light gets into their eyes, it can cause a problem. Since you know that this is the path you are taking, you should seek protection from collateral damage. That's all.
Fine. See, your point is very solid, right? But we are not talking about preventing.
We are like, what can they do?
The life you have after that, if you are not strong, you just
So the girl at Choco, who is 15 years old, who is having a kid, and she's very fine, what would you say about her?
she's very fine. How fine is she?
Have you been there?
Have you been there?
Yes.
And she's fine. Describe the fine.
Oh, they are okay.
They're okay.
They are very okay.
I see.
They don't for them, they don't think that the fact that I'm 15 and I've had a child means that's the end of my life. No, she's very okay.
And what kind of life do they lead after that happens?
One.
It's the life that they lead after that happens that we are talking about.
Yeah.
What kind of life do they lead?
Somebody in the society.
She doesn't have any problem.
So after
the fact that
problem
she's
as in how?
restricted. When you have a baby, we all know that after having a baby, mothers, you are restricted to certain things. Certain things you wouldn't do.
Okay.
You won't walk at night with a baby. You won't keep the baby like in a very unhealthy place. But these mothers are not educated like that. She has had the baby. Okay, I've given birth, and that's it.
Those my problem. Those
That's
people,
what I'm telling you.
my
That
problem.
we are only looking at rich teenage pregnancy.
No, you're not looking at
when
rich.
there's
You're
actually
looking at comfortable.
poor teenage
No,
pregnancy.
you're looking at let's just cut
But not
across.
all of them are comfortable.
Because no, I know they understand. The person where they talk say they chocolate way born or whatever it is for the. Like you ask him say how life be for him. Like first of all, like see some people they with their phone, like they get people with their phone.
Just go to
they look like they're okay, but they're not okay.
It's because of their surroundings, okay? It's because of their surroundings.
They know the base. Name the for James and me.
It's their surroundings. You see, there was a time,
That's not a life.
this year.
Do you know?
It was this year.
When this guy began, he said, if you need.
won't give birth.
Okay, sorry.
They are comfortable
He said
where they are,
some-
but that is not a life.
Okay.
Comfortable.
This guy
It's not a
said,
life for you.
okay.
It doesn't mean it's not a life in general.
Talk to us.
He said the immediate
So
people.
me that I'm talking, I shouldn't talk.
No, it's not like that.
He's saying something.
In the beginning, this guy said, Jeff said, like the people who are your immediate contacts, how they relate to you when this thing happens, and the people who are outside that immediate circle, how some of them also sort of scrutinize or look at you, would kind of determine how the thing goes. Now, if you have a family that might not be rich, You understand? And they are supportive. You know, they say, oh, any Obeko school, if I plan a bra, na co school, what is Oba, no abeshen. It's not an issue. But to say that
Even that guy is an issue.
oh, it's an issue, but it's not as much as
even that is an issue.
No,
but no, the family has accepted. But you should want to
you listen, not as much as the choco thing she's talking about. I'm not circling out choco people or people who are uneducated. When they say I've given birth, so what? So I have a child. When you have support, right? A kid is not a toy. It demands time. It demands sacrifices.
Yes.
So if you have people to sort of like substitute for when you have to do certain things, for you to go and concentrate on, let's say, self-development or personal stuff, that will help you to move ahead. But if you have people who do not support you and they're like, since you brought this upon yourself, deal with it. That is where you get the issue. So the choco thing is like, they're like, okay, you are pregnant. Take the child.
childbirth that you are talking about, you are restricting. They restrict them to if the kiddie, the teenager in kiddie be small. But if I not say once you chop like 15 way born, if I watch your kiddie, so in that process you will chop 15. Now if I act like somebody way, if you not get support, if I act like somebody way chop like 30. So in that case, you a 15-year-old girl has to take care of an infant from that's one till you to continue to you to the struggles to go inside. No go like make your kiddie to go chop 15 then you to be born. Unless you know the base. You understand? Anybody way if you born at the age of 15, because otherwise the cycle will continue.
That's the cycle.
You understand? So if you chop 15 with your kiddie born, if I make sure say your kiddie no go end up like you. You understand? That be where. But if some people to it's 15, when you 15 in Fobo, boy 15, boy you understand? It go lead to that one. But as much as
The cycle keeps going on and on. And they don't see anything wrong with that.
Let me come in. I have just two issues. First of all, we will need to define what people mean by making the most, what the most is. So I just want us to keep that in mind. Secondly, we can make the most out of any situation. Okay, but it will depend.
that's not true.
Let me land.
Take the most question for you, the first one.
I'm not.
When you're done.
Yeah. So it depends. Okay. When you have the support in this scenario, we are talking about teenage pregnancy. So if you have the support, psychologically you can recover. And it depends on outlook, okay, pretty much. I think what we can focus on is those who are teenage or are going to be teenage mothers but don't get this support we are talking about. Then in this case, we want to address the matter for them. That how can they also, let me finish.
Okay.
How can they also make the most?
But teenage pregnancy shouldn't be about those who get support and those who don't get support. Teenage pregnancy is no good.
No,
That be-
But when it comes to
wait.
making
Let me
the
give you a
most
scenario. Let me
Give
give
me
you a
a
scenario.
scenario.
So you know rape occurs, right?
Yes.
And rape does not is not limited to just
Immediately they rape if I go medical this thing, if I go check up. You understand? Unless
How many people have that education? How many?
But it
I know
can help
someone
you.
who was raped that she wasn't even like psychologically stable to even
did she
say
tell?
anything
Who
or
did she
tell
tell?
anymody what happened.
How old was she?
It was after months.
how
She
old
was
was
16.
she? 16.
Adult who has
No,
been raped,
see,
she kept quiet
you see,
about
you sometimes the stress you can go through emotionally. See, you won't be able to recall what happened around you. You just know that something happened to you and it has affected you so much so that you are dead inside.
Yeah.
Something will have to happen inside you to like bring you back. And rape, you don't want to go there because that is a different
So
thing.
listen, I understand what you're saying. Like I understand what you're saying. But
Instances where people were raped, right?
The instance where you go rape me, then I will keep quiet. Then
you did it.
Then I will keep quiet. Then I will talk. Say make you go. I'm talking. Listen.
Don't bring the rape issue
Listen.
I don't want to hear
That's what I'm talking. Listen, I'm talking for
never know what it
myself.
feels
I'll
like.
tackle it.
Trust
Don't
me.
worry, I'll tackle it.
Listen.
I don't know what it feels like.
I'm not
told
bringing
you
the rape
experience.
issue. I'm not bringing the rape issue. But I think
right.
if I get kiddie,
Don't worry, I'll address it
listen.
for you.
I think saying if you get kiddie, most African parents, you not be very observant. Because we kiddies, we go through something when our parents have not know. But if you take extra effort to know your kid, any small thing you go see changes in your kid. Now you then go rape you come then you can't sleep my bed top. Then you're not gonna tell me. Listen, then you're not gonna tell me.
Even if you reported it to your parents, they take you to the hospital, and then yes, it's been confirmed that you are raped. At that point, how is the doctor going to tell that you're going to be pregnant in the next 2 months?
Oh, listen.
See,
Okay.
See, this rape thing, the reason why, or the situation in which you can have someone being raped and then they will not easily disclose that to you. We are not only raped by strangers, family members, family friends, fathers, stepmothers. Now, these are people you view in a certain light. You get it? Now, a child knows that it's ridiculous if I go somewhere and then they ask me, who did this to you?
Uncle.
If you don't be me, I go make
Everybody is different.
Understand? Me, what I go make my kid know me say, it be me born you. You understand?
Let's
like,
not get too deep.
Let's get deep.
It will come back.
Yes,
It will come back.
let's
It will
get
come back
deep
to
into it.
the most.
But then we'll end up talking about rape.
No. We are not talking about rape.
Listen,
we are not talking about rape. What I'm saying is that me, I born you. You dey fear somebody pass me. Somebody rape you?
You've forgotten it's you, McDonald.
That's why they talk. If you
not
me,
them.
that's what I'm saying. That parents should. How I born you, then you dey fear somebody doing something.
It's not even about being strict, but the kind of
No, be strict. No, not be about strictness. So, no, be say I can't do giddy. But the way me there you go there, I want to know. I go this way, they try touch me.
that's all. But the kind of communication you have with your parents.
Kiddy.
determine the
But
kind
me
of
now go
things-
get some vibe way. If somebody try touch him, or if he made self try touch him, you can't tell me. Even if you not tell me self, you go fit tell him on me. You understand?
This relationship,
But I'm
parents
saying-
thing that you can be so close to your parents, but there are some things that you can't
Unless
see.
you don't want it somebody.
My mother, I can't
Unless you
tell
don't want it somebody, or if somebody force you.
I could tell my mother everything, but I got to. There was one point that I was just telling her. So I come back home and I'm trying to tell her what happened during the day. Then one day I went and I was saying that, and then I left some things. I was like, Antonia, what's going on? You're not telling mommy this. I realized little by little, you could be so close.
Can you tell mom that you don't like one round? One round is not enough for you. You can't tell your mom. You can't be you. They like him. You understand? Yeah, be true. No,
That's why she said it's not
that's
every.
why they think.
Tell
But
your
yes, because you they like him. If me they like him.
Oh,
If
and
me,
God proposed to me. That one I can tell her.
If
you don't go fit tell me say one round no play for you.
something bad
But you go fit tell me say some boy want you to.
If something
Some boy they will try force
see,
you.
if something bad happen you can't tell your parents. There should be someone who would sort of be a mediator or a bridge.
We didn't say they can't talk. What we said was there are some people it takes a long time before they will open up.
Are you serious? Are you serious? I feel like someone should rape you.
You suffer something. No, you should want to see the person also
That's why
suffer.
she mentioned that
No.
you shouldn't really go into the rape topic and expect
Okay, let's go back to Choco. Let's leave.
Let's leave the rape, please. Let's say I'm a teenager. I'm 16 years old. Something happened. You tell me it was an accident. If you ask me, I'll tell you it's an accident. An accident happened and I'm pregnant. But I want McDonald, please relax. But I want to do something after the pregnancy. I've regretted my actions and now I'm in my 9th month or something. I've already had my baby. But now I want to do something. So please help me. Should I go back to school? Should I go and learn a trade? Because there are foundations and institutions in place to help people. This year, my colleagues and I, we launched the Teen Mom Empowerment Foundation at Adanfon, and we found so many teenagers who were, in fact, we did so much. I was so proud of my colleagues, even though it was just a level 400 project. It went a long way. Yeah.
And they were ready to
They were ready to open up and talk about their experience, even though it took a while, because this is a community, people.
How many of them
I
were?
can't disclose that information to you right now because we spoke to them in this one.
Okay,
you see,
but me like this.
some of them were not raped. Some of them, it was because they were not educated. Your mother had you when she was a teenager, so you
they can't tell me say
experimentation. Thank you. They've dropped out of school, but there was one girl. Oh, I really like fashion. I want to sew. We had enough money. We got her a sewing machine. open the store for somebody else. I should pause.
Before you continue, I want to ask McDonald something. You say the child, you cannot understand how you the child. You can't come and tell me something just by virtue of the fact that I'm free with you. Is it everything that you do in bed with your wife that you can't tell me?
That's why they tell him. That's why they ask him. Say, if you like him, most of the things you do. Yeah.
See, you don't get me back. Wait. I caused the commotion.
I never talk to my parents about my friends. I never talk to my parents about my friends.
But you expect a girl who has
she was still on the phone.
You see,
to go and tell her.
No,
friends.
I said my friend. My friend will get confrontation. We will tell my mother.
She was making a
get
point
it.
before I cut her, so you finish what you were talking about. So yeah.
The scenario I'm putting across. So as a teenage mom who has a child, and I don't want to be stuck home with the baby, I want to find ways and means to take care of my child and myself. What do I do? That is the question we have. So help me now. So you people bring some up.
No.
Which institutions do you know for someone who is a teen mom who is watching?
Yes.
Which institution can the person go to for help, or maybe you know a skill that a person can even start doing at home? Yeah, so that is what we are supposed to be telling them, that it is not
Teen
a.
Mom Foundation.
So yes, she's one. So this is one.
No, I am not a teen mom, even though I'm.
No,
I am a teen sibling.
So you're right. So yes.
I would want to say that, like, parents and adults in general, like, out there, if your ward or child, like, finds herself
in the situation,
in this particular situation, like, your reaction, like, plays a very big role. Like I said already, the thing is that's already happened. No, wait. Your reaction, it plays a very big
What kind
role
of reaction?
because sometimes we have to consider the psychological aspect of this. Yeah, the thing happened, but if Charlie, you they try fight fire plus fire, you go feel break the kiddie down. You don't understand? If say they go school, you they bab, where this thing happen, like every day you they take tell them like
emotional stress.
you are always hammering on the fact that and I say maybe you even have the means to help the child to further the education and everything, but the way they treat them, even if you agree to help her, but still you did. Like you, they make she they feel say what she do there, like something will never happen for the world inside. If you go sit to the class inside, self cry, Charlie, nothing they enter the head inside.
Down there, disciples.
Recently, I watched a documentary. This actually happened in Ghana here, and it was a junior high school girl. She's now going to write BEC, and she got pregnant. She got pregnant, so and she has to stay at home. She can't take the pregnancy to school, and she had about some few months to write the BEC. So she, the stomach became big. She had the baby and all, and she said one thing that helped her, that didn't make her break down, and still after having the baby, 2 months after having the baby, she wears her uniform and she goes to write a BEC. She says it was her mom. Because when she brought the pregnancy home, the mom didn't say, hey, fuck on him, fuck baby. The mom supported her. And so it didn't break her down. Like, it didn't break her down.
Gave her strength.
Exactly. She was only sad because she was disappointed in herself.
She thought she had
for allowing herself, exactly, for allowing herself to do
She's
that.
already feeling down.
So the mom encouraging her was what kept her going. And she went to write her examination, even though the baby was not 1 year. She wrote the examination. She came back home. Like, she was okay. She was very fine.
Bro, see, most teenagers, right? I don't know for everybody. Some people, they chop them a body. They know they prank. They know they use protection. Then they pull out. But they know they prank. You don't understand? Where you play, you go do Charlie. Maybe you always have one spell.
I've heard it somewhere before.
Wait, Charlie, pass. No, that thing happen.
I like these things. Let me explain.
What do you like?
She doesn't know pull out.
Pull out. The pull out. That's what. Let me explain it to you. See. If she does not understand pull out, what makes you think she will understand coitus interruptus?
I don't think it's part of it. It's a part. No, right?
No. See. You must know what it means. Listen. You know the essence of this. You see, we are educating and we are informing. You understand? Someone somewhere, this information will save their life.
It's true.
Okay.
You get it. So let me explain it to
Forget
you.
the pull out safe.
Hey, no, let him explain.
Wait, let me explain the pull out. Explain the
One question.
See, pull out to be this thing. See, pull out. You just come out for inside. They won't come. They come out for inside. They come for outside. Grab your hand. Let me pull out. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
It's going
On
to
time.
be.
Experience.
Then you're not into the sex for you to be able to pull out.
You don't like.
Anyway, let's go on.
See, now you have introduced a different dimension. So you address that one later. But me to have, let me see. I still have two things to say. So why are you looking at me?
It's not coming.
No, it's there. The thing is, I have a feeling that we wouldn't have a problem with teenagers getting pregnant if they were working and they had their own source of livelihood. Now, that is number one. Number two, I've forgotten.
I know.
But how easy is it for a teenager to get a well-paying job, like a job that pays well?
No. Yes, the second one has come.
African teenager. African teenager.
Yes, the second thing I was going to say. The second thing I was going to say, Charlie, I beg, it's here. It will evaporate. The second thing I was going to say is that I have a feeling there will come a time we'll be okay with teenagers
getting pregnant
with their bump and then writing
exams.
It's
already
no, I mean, like it's going to become a norm. Like how someone got a broken leg.
From my house.
No. You relax.
Which is why I think sex education.
And they give you choice. They see my house. Then you say, "I'll be okay with."
Sex
You know what happens? Not me from my house. Yeah, no.
Sex education.
The child on sex.
You know what they talk say. That's why they talk say. I not talk. If your kid dey eat him body way they like him, he no go tell you.
But you can
That's what they tell. That's the first thing.
If she's taking precautions,
Whether they take precaution, you know they take precaution. If she knows what she's doing, where she dey like him, she no go tell you.
See, every kid
Yeah,
gets.
that's what they tell you.
They grow. As they
man.
grow,
Yeah, man.
you go see some things when body way is sweet. So if you for sure I'm saying this thing is sweet, but before you go chop that sweet thing, if you don't want any problems, do so or do so.
Yeah, but maybe too. One thing too, I notice we say we dey teach. As for kids, they grow. Instead of us to teach them, they will hide some things from them.
That's it.
So you
understand? I can teach them. Like imagine 7 years.
tell them the consequences of doing the thing.
You don't start from there. That part is not there.
Listen, forget.
Tell them how they're feeling. Like how it is.
Educating them on the feeling then pushes them to go and try.
No.
Imagine
It feels good.
But when you tell them what happens
It's a whole package.
after,
It's a whole package. No, listen to me. Listen to me. But it's a whole package.
Guys.
when we say them, who are the them?
Imagine that how many parents will tell their 10-year-old kid, or the condom, when you say, "Mom, what is this?" You say, "Oh, give it to me." Where do you get it from? There's no way I'm going to ask. How many parents?
No parents.
Like how many parents? So many.
The same condom, he already knows. Because it's in their textbook.
You see, when you don't tell the child,
Fine.
you don't tell the child. They are curious. If you no tell them, it go find out from somewhere else.
And
And how it go find out why it go result in something else.
Yes, how you go find out be different from how you were educate them. Like if you say, "I'm tell us, oh, this be what this," because I remember say when I the time,
I think we need to wrap it up.
I remember saying when I
we need to wrap it
up. Mostly if you see condom, no, a balloon, bring it. They never go explain to you what they take do.
Only that balloon.
Like if my mommy they watch this, ma'am, sorry, but I picked up on what a condom was at a very early stage. I swear, a very early stage. The thing is, I just didn't want to enter into that kind of thing at an early stage because I knew that if I wasn't careful, I would impregnate somebody. Nobody told me about it. I knew that if I'm not careful with it, I will impregnate somebody. Right now, as I'm treated here, I'm not maybe rich enough or financially stable enough to take care of a child. But if I impregnate somebody's daughter, I'm not running anywhere.
Yeah, I'm just step back.
I'm following you to your house. If they'll kill me, they should kill me. If they'll kill me,
There
they
are
should
some men in
kill
the
me.
house.
So what if that person is a teen?
It's a team, honestly. Me, the person I stay with, I just say plus my bro, he gave me a very strong warning when it comes to the age of the females you work with. A very, very strong warning. Because he has a friend in jail almost up to 5 years now.
he went out with a minor, something went on between them, and up to now, the case is ground court.
And he's still in jail.
So if he gives you a scenario like that, you want to go and try.
But you see the same way that it clicked in your mind at a very young age, that if you go do that and you go feel preg someone, so now somebody too, it go grow at some stage, like it be illiterate, you don't understand. Before into he go deep that and say, hey, if I do this.
Everybody knows if somebody go born.
No. You see,
I go shock.
that becomes sort of like a default setting in your head.
Hey, you not say if you eat somebody.
You just
unless see, some people just know they care. Unless you know they care, but if you not say if you eat somebody, what did they talk? So if your dick can't pussy inside you, the thing say like you know go.
So basically, see, you can have a life after being a teenage parent, but the thing is, that life you'd have and the difficulties that come with it. It takes a very strong person to.
If your kid no sleep evening, you no go fit sleep.
It's a support system.
Yes, to jump over that head.
It's not easy. You understand?
If you have a support system, it's not difficult.
See, make we scratch that support system safe.
We won't squash it. It's very necessary.
It's very necessary. You are against a team even dodging that. That is what you put
see, me, I no go fit tell whether I'm against it or not. The kids then go eat them body, then go eat them body. Yes. You understand? They don't go stop. I understand.
They ask you saying, as the girl born, like a preg finish, now teenage pregnancy come. But still, it go fit make something out of himself, herself or not.
Yes, that's what we are trying to say. Because if I'm your child and I get pregnant, somebody raped me, and I come to tell you that daddy, somebody raped me. Okay, fine, and you've taken the person to prison or something. 2 months later, I get
How long does it take? No, I want to ask you a question. How long does it take for you to know that you're pregnant?
It's only after you realize, I don't know this.
How long do you?
I don't know. It depends on the period which you had.
Like how long?
You never know.
You may never know
until maybe there's a bump.
Some people, unless
So after that, now that the pregnancy has come, what do you do?
So listen. So if your kiddie, listen. The question that they asked me say, so if your kiddie they get menses always, where now you know they get.
That is why you know that she's pregnant.
No, it's not that she's pregnant.
So why you go keep her? I want to make listen.
Charlie,
I won't build to something. So how long you kiddie always your messages they come now you know they come then you know come you know fear go ask your mother.
Yeah, she'll tell you that something is wrong.
And I'm saying that so how
maybe she'll tell you that I didn't see her period this month. Wait, it's not always like I may not see it this month, but next month it will come.
Try talking people know they understand.
Your whole life,
let's just follow with the story.
You don't have your period at least once.
You kiddie where he get used to
saying this is start from that.
And I'm saying that you know come 1 month. I want to say if you not come out, you the kiddie. Listen, you the kiddie, your mind they do you say be normal. That's the question I'm asking.
No.
Once you know they make you say normal, who you go ask?
So you go to your parents and tell them, okay, mommy, I didn't see my period this month. What's
Cause the kiddies have the kiddies have they buy them a pad though. The kiddies not they buy pad. It be the parents that they buy pad for you.
Depends.
So if you be kiddie, if you be parents way they be very observant. If 1 month reach, you dey pay attention to your kiddie pad. When a month come way, your kiddie no can ask you pad money. You know go ask them, hey. You understand? You understand?
She's pregnant. What do you do for
her? And I'm asking you that. How long for pregnancy?
Maybe
how long
2 months.
before you go do abortion? And I ask you a simple question.
You can abort the baby anytime. Just that after 3 months, the complication is high.
Yeah, man. So if me, my kiddie, 1 month you could do abortion.
That's what support you give to.
Yeah, man. You go come out to me, I don't go.
Yesterday, Chairman.
Wrap it up fast.
Yeah, I'm wrapping up. Yes. So. Yes. Teenage pregnancy. So we've exhausted every scenario. But what I want to address is that you got pregnant. You are a teenage mother, or you are going to be a teenage mother, and then you don't have that support system you are talking about. Okay, what you can do is that there should be some resource people, maybe a pastor, maybe a teacher. That I'm using maybe very wisely. So just get close, get talking, and then get help. Yes. So with that, you can still make, you later, but you can still make the most out of a teenage pregnancy, whatever the case.
Whatever the case. Whatever the case, it's not the end of the world.